Good day, Tamers. Welcome back to some more fun with me, Akita Swiftly. Today is Ultimate Cup in Europe, and if you figure out what time it is when I'm doing this, you can tell I didn't do very well. To be fair, I played a deck that's close to my heart, and it shot me in the back. But this deck, on the other hand, is very good. Now, it has one kind of Orca matchup, and that specifically is D-Reaper. But in fact, though, every time I go against D-Reaper with this deck, I always win, because you can kind of get to winning the game before they get a chance to do anything. So, the deck itself is very simple. We run 4 other Pagus from ST6. Now, it is getting a reprint in the structure deck, so don't worry if you don't have any of these or if ST6 is hard to find. They weren't too popular after everything else came out, so people didn't really buy more of them. Pagamon, very, very good, because your whole issue with this deck is you want to get this guy out first into your breeding area, go onto the top of the Pagamon, move out, swing out into security. Hopefully you instantly explode in security. These two go to the trash. There's now 2 cards in trash. Pago effect, trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Trash 2 cards. You're kind of hoping that you hit an Itmon. Next effect triggers, this Itmon. Trash 3 cards on top of your deck. Trash 3 more. And there's a chance you can hit this one again. You're now trashing 6 cards. So a lot of people get concerned that you have to finish the effects off first before you can trigger more effects, but effects will still continue to trigger. They can also trigger in between themselves, so technically you can go delete 2, this one falls out, do 3 more, then do this one, then do 3 more, then find another one, then do 3 more. And there's times where you will trash 15-ish cards, or you'll have 15 cards in trash by the end of your second turn, which is crazy. This deck also has a few cards in here that like to be trashed. For instance, if you trash a Wizardmon, you gain a memory. If you trash a Beelzemon, you may play one Itmon from your trash without paying its memory cost. You can either then play one of these if it's in the trash, or you can play one of these if it's in the trash. If it's in the trash, you can get to play this card, reveal top 4 cards to your deck, add one Digimon card with Beelze in its name, and a Iron Mako. Book them to your hand, replacing the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck with any order. This one, instead, you can make trash a card. So let's say, for instance, you have a Blast Mode in hand, and you just want to get it into the trash, because sometimes you just need to get in trash. You can put it in the trash, you can get a Beelzemon back, or this Beelzemon back, because you've already got probably 10 cards in your trash, and this Beelzemon is now live. If you're super lucky and it's still your turn because you're crazy, especially if you gained a lot of memory, there'll be times where you trash all 4 of these, and trash 2 of these, you've got 6 memory, and you don't know what to do yourself. You've possibly got an Iron Mako in hand, or whatever the situation is. Throw it to the field, you've now got the ability to go into this goddamn thing. It's crazy. So yeah, if you can keep a body on the field for 1 turn, for instance, if this is on the field and they can't get rid of it, because not all decks can out things very quickly or easily, or they don't want to waste memory getting rid of it soon. You have this there. And then if you're very lucky, you can just, go into this same turn, especially if you've got 4, still very easy to get 4 memory in your turn, especially if you've got Jack Raids in hand. Then I make you just go okay, swing, trash your card on top of your stack, go into Blast mode effect, but when Digivolve into your opponent's Digimon with the highest level, obviously into the beautiful D-Reaper. It doesn't do anything, but to be fair, you don't really care about that. All you care about is gaining an extra security attack per 10 cards in trash. And at this point, you've probably got 20 cards in trash, which means you're hitting for free, and it's still your turn free. And then if you can get something in the breeding area, ready to come out next turn, you swing away, you kill everything, and then you swing with that into game. The amount of times that you will go crazy with this deck, and if they can't deal with you, because they can't deal with you, they just look at you as if something crazy happened. Now, to be fair, this deck isn't too hard to get hold of, but the prices are rising due to the fact that you do need to play this in the new deck, and they don't come in the structure deck, so you would have to go look at EX2, pick these up. As you may have noticed over the last couple of weeks, they've started going from 8 to 10, and I do presume, to be fair, that these will start going up to 15 in the coming weeks. Those who haven't picked them up yet. I personally have 4 extra cards that will be my trade binder, so hopefully I can pick up some nice cards that I do need after all. Blast modes themselves, though, do not get used into the new format because the new blast mode's actually better, and we will do a deck profile later on that version of the deck. The winning one for Japan is very strange to me, but we'll try and go over it and see what happens. Definitely gets a nice shiny upgrade in the structure deck for those who actually need it, and then I think Biao also gets a nice shiny upgrade as well. I think Scorsese might be in there, I can't remember, but this is the current deck for now. Yes, let's go. So we did the Itmon stuff. Soulmon here, when a card is trashed from your deck, you gain a memory. Happens a lot with these effects. Then Wizardmon here, this card's trashed, you gain a memory, which we've gone through. And then you may reveal 1 purple card from your hand and place it on top of your deck. Oh no, this is in my stack. I now swing with this Beelzemon. I will reveal this Blast Mode. Blast Mode goes to the top. I will now swing. On the swing, I will activate the attacking effect, and then when I go to attack, I will then activate the AM Echo effect to trash a card or win the game. It's very fun. Be out here, when attacking, trash up to 3 cards on top of your deck. This can trigger this under here or this over here. And then on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in trash, you may play 1 Beelzemon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Now, this is in tangent with the BT10 one that does have the on-player when Digivolving effects, but it's not a very good Digimon, to be fair. But it is very good if you don't care about swinging into it and you know you're going to crash into something or die, and you get to have one of these out on the field for the following turn where you get to blow something up. Skull Satyr, when Digivolving, trash top 2 cards to your deck, and then return 1 card with Demon Lord in its traits from your trash to your hand. Specifically, these are Beelzes, as this is also a Demon Lord, so it's not so bad the fact that you don't have to worry about the Great Demon Lord situation. But you can also find Mr. Lucymon Chaos Mode if you really want to play that in this deck. There's no reason to play it in this deck. You do trash a lot, to be fair, and you could basically get its cost down quite cheap. But it's quite a tight deck, you don't really care for it. Beelzemon from BT2 is here because it's a easy way to get into a level 6 early on, and possibly just passing over memory to 1 to your opponents, which for your opponent is very annoying. Super fun card though, as there's a good chance that on your turn 2 you will have more than 10 cards in your trash. So just jump into Beelzemon. It happens quite a lot for me, and it annoys the hell out of my opponents. Beelzemon, we've already gone through this here. When this goes trash, you may play an Imon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Now, I'm going to presume this can't play X Antibody, but it can play any of the other Imon. Then when Digivolving when attacking, so you can do this twice if you can swing out on the same turn, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck. Then, delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon for every 10 cards in your trash, add 1 to that level. But most decks here will generally be getting their level 4s, level 5s popped by the time you start swinging for the game, and it annoys a lot of people. And then, last move we've already gone through, you gain the extra security deck for every 10 cards you have in trash. Very similar to how Crimson Mode works, but the difference here is obviously that you are in control of how much trash you have, as it's very easy to trash cards in this deck. Jack Raid here, this is just to gain memory, and you don't really mind it being security, because gaining 2 memory from your opponent can really upset their game plan. Miss Memory Boost, early game chance of just trashing 2 cards from your deck and then drawing 1. Again, if you trash this, or you trash this, you're gaining extra memory, so it could be a 1 cost, it could be a 2 cost. It's fairly good early game. It's also good, obviously, to get the extra gain 2 memory on the following turn. So, with the chance of having this basically in a 1 cost, gain 2 memory and a draw, that's very, very good. Death Slinger here, this card is trash from the deck, gain a memory, and then delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon for every 10 cards in trash, add a maximum level to that card. This is essentially just the Beelzemon effect, except it starts 1 higher. Then activate this card's main effect. Fairly good. Again, awful into things like D-Reaper, but fantastic into pretty much any other deck that has, levels. Iron Maker here. I only really use this card because you kind of have to do something with this card for now. And it's just a key combo piece with Beelzemon Blast Mode. And that is just your turn when you attack with a Digimon, you may suspend your Tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Then, if the attacking Digimon is Beelzemon, you may Digivolve it into a Beelzemon Blast Mode. You can go trash, but a Digimon cost of 3. So even if you go into your opponent's side, because you're still swinging out with the attack, you still get to trigger the attack. And then having access to the EX2 Hitmon, you do get to have an extra 3,000. So you're an 18k beat stick that's doing many, many attacks. Obviously, you're still susceptible to just getting blown up, but at the same time, it's just a very good card. And that's about it for the deck profile here. We will go through in probably the next video the upcoming deck when we get the structure deck, and then we'll probably do another one when you get the BT12 stuff. So we'll see you guys next time for some more Beelzemon stuff, and hope you guys are having a great day. Peace out and goodbye.